Are you tired of the hustle and bustle of big city life and thinking, now's the time to move to Bismarck, North Dakota? Well, I'm gonna show you this neighborhood. You're not gonna wanna miss this. I'm gonna take you to Whispering Ridge. And Whispering Ridge has a ton of features and amenities, and this location is just optimal for building the perfect house of your dreams with a couple of acres with that. And so you're gonna wanna watch this video because I'm gonna show you some of these homes in here. It is kind of a vast area, so we're gonna do a drive-by showings, and we're gonna discuss kind of all the different things that make this place special. If you stay to the very end, I'm gonna show you the one special feature that you're not gonna wanna miss. So let's get at it. Vanna and I have over 40 years of living in the Bismarck-Mandan area. We know everything there is to know about the Bismarck-Mandan area. So give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or hook up with a Zoom meet. Let us help you make that smooth move. Okay, so I'm gonna take you on a driving tour of this Whispering Ridge because it's fairly large with the different amounts of acreage. Everybody's got a couple acres, so it's harder to walk this because I can't really cover that distance. But you can see the homes have, you know, the trees are only about 5 years old, right? You can see that it's not mature trees. Everything in here is new. So nothing, and you can tell by the new designs too. And you can see like the new garage doors that have these windows in it are kind of newer feature. You see some of that, you know, going in most of the newer homes. You can see the differences in rock and the differences in the siding and how they're trying to make it interesting with the siding and the brick. 4-car garage, remember I always talk about 3-car garage, 4-car even better, like who can't use 4-car garage. Beautiful homes. Every home in here like almost certainly starts at $700 and on up. Just because of, first you got $200,000 to $300,000 just in a lot. And they just don't make the houses small here in these lots because you buy that much for the lot. You're gonna want to have a nice lot. And there is some lots that are still available. On the other side of the street, there is a lot that's available. These ones are special. These ones here, the golf course is just right on the other side. So they kind of have a little bit of a view of the golf course on hole number 1 on Hawktree. So that's kind of the neat thing for these homes. Look at this. Now I really like this. Look at this wood on the top here. Isn't that cool? I just want to like take a look at that. That is really a neat design. I'm curious to see what they're gonna do with the front of that. I'm betting there's gonna be some rock in there. You know, like over here. Double doors in the front, wood double doors. You know, it's got that dark is kind of in right now, but look at these windows over here. You have these gables over here next to, or not gables, but corbels right next to the windows. I haven't seen that. That's the first time I've seen that in a house around here like that, so kind of neat. But this wood stuff, like I've said in the other videos, that's kind of coming in. That feature is really catching on some of the newer homes. So definitely like that. It's a curved driveway. Gotta love that too. Garages are on the side, so that's kind of neat. Tucks them out of the way. Very impressive house. Obviously it's not for sale, it's being built, but I would imagine that's gonna go for at least a $1.5 million home or more. That's a guess, okay? Don't know for sure. There's a lot right here, it's for sale. And the green in the backyard, right just over there, that's on the golf course. So that's kind of neat. Look at this cool design on this house. You have the grays, you have the whites, you have the brick, you have a lot of very interesting landscaping here, nice retaining wall. You have just a really nice neighborhood. Interesting, no sidewalks. As you can see, there's no sidewalks here. It's just the road and these driveways. Every lawn is meticulously cared for, lots of different really cool plantings. These plantings that they're planting are perennials, and so they'll keep coming up year after year. There is some death on 10% of them every year, so you have to kind of replant every so often on some of them, but that's kind of the thing. I mean, you know, who wouldn't love a couple of these 3 homes here? Take a look at this. It's not that magnificent. I'm just gonna bring this a little closer here and just show you, like, look at the beauty of these huge homes. Just amazing homes. Very cool features on the design on the elevations of these homes and how they have all the different interesting peaks and windows and all that. So I'm going to take you over there on that side as well, show you some of those homes too. You can see there's a lot available for sale right there. We got a rainbow in the background and a kid on a scooter. So I got to be careful about the kid on the scooter because I'm driving and I probably shouldn't be. All right, so you know, love it. Rock, wood, metal, gotta love that mix and all of it. And we have just a great neighborhood here. You got all your mailboxes and a bank, which is nice. And you don't have to have all these mailboxes lining the roads. So that's kind of neat. We're gonna go down this road. That was Nicklaw. This is Hogan Drive. These roads are named after professional golfers, so you can, proximity to the golf course is, you know, very, very neat. Trevino, gonna just go drive down this way. So they have all these valleys, and so water drainage is really not an issue. It definitely, you know, goes away from the house. You don't put your house in the bottom of the valley. Gorgeous home right here. Has a lot of different wood railing around the side. The deck is just wraps around the whole building there. It's really cool. A lot of beautiful landscaping. So these 2-3 acre lots, you know, this is, you know, very, very sought after. A lot of people like to have that space in North Dakota. That's kind of a deal for them. Look at that modern house. That's very cool. Don't see a lot of modern homes designs in this area. Some, but not a ton. More of them are traditional craftsmen or some, you know, other variation of it. But the 2-3 acres that you have that space, so then you can build like a separate shop. So like this guy, he's got a separate shop. A lot of guys really like that. Because of the fields in the background, you're gonna have a ton of wildlife coming in. You're gonna have some deer, pheasants, you're gonna have squirrels, minks, different things like that, you know, floating around in your backyard. And it's kind of a neat thing to have, to be able to look out your window and see deer in your backyard, for example. This guy's got, it looks like an outbuilding and possibly a pool in the backyard. Large homes. Most of these homes, again, are going to range million plus. So, well, here we go again with this wood. This is kind of a catching on. We got the wood and the metal, you know, and you got a metal roof over the top of the entrance into the garages, and you got that metal, copper metal roof, and building in the back is wrapped in metal siding. It's kind of a industrial look, and that's kind of catching on around here. This area, again, there's plenty of lots for sale, so if a person wanted to, you could get yourself into a lot, find a great builder. I know several of them. I can tell you, you know, who does a great job at this and that. There's some that do fantastic design work with you. Others are very skilled at getting a certain design done very, very well. I've done it a few times if you're looking for something that's been kind of done, but you wouldn't notice it because it's not done in the same area. They have certain homes that they've really perfected, so that's kind of special that they've done that. Or you can just go completely off of something that you set up. It's all up to you when it comes to that. Now, I do know of one house that's potentially coming to the market, and that's going to be around the $1 million home in this neighborhood. And so, I mean, there is an occasional house that does come up for sale. And so I'm going to actually drive by one house that is for sale. Yes, in addition to that one that's potentially coming to the market, you know, in the next 6 months or so. But this one that is for sale, I will tell you about it here shortly. Okay, we are coming up on that home. I'm gonna have Lana tell you about it, and as I drive towards it, okay?
So this is a 4-bed, 3-bath home with 2,756 square feet. It's 2721 Nicklaw's Drive for $649,900. It recently had a huge price improvement.
Okay, and so here it is. Here is that home. So this is right at the entrance of this area, so nice flat area, and it's very beautiful out right now here. So, okay, so the one special feature of that Whispering Ridge is that it is right next to the Hawktree Golf Course, which is arguably the best golf course in North Dakota. At least it's in the top 3. Everybody would kind of pretty much agree on that, that's a golfer. It has, the cool thing about Hawktree is it has black sand, and that is very unusual. So that's kind of the neat thing about it. I'm going to do a quick little show of kind of the area of Hawktree here, just so you can kind of see. There's the clubhouse right there. You got some of the golf course in the background. It's on sloping hills and beautiful scenery. I hope you enjoyed that video on Whispering Ridge. You're going to want to stay to the next video. The next video is about the Hawktree Golf Course. And there is really cool features about Hawktree that you're not going to want to miss. So check out that video.